President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
I say it, the silent majority is back. New Hampshire's been so amazing. I mean, the relationship I've developed with so many people, even in the room, has been, and they're incredible people. Somebody said, I left New York, they said, what do they like in New Hampshire? I said, you know what they like? They're hard-working people that love the country. And you know, right down the road, thank you, right down the road, we have Jeb. Very small crowd. We have 2,500. You have the best real estate, by the way. You have the best real estate. There are other rooms, the overflow rooms all over this building. They have closed-circuit television. There are people outside with speakers. So I give you credit, and to the other folks, I have to say, we love you equally as much, but the next time you're going to get here a little bit earlier, right?
I wanted to know if being president is so hard, why do you want to be president?
Oh, that might be the best question I get all night. Great question. So if being president is so hard, why do I want to be president? Because I love this country, and I know that I can make it great again. I know it. For you. And really for you. Jeb has $114 million. The others have a lot. Hillary has 60. I think Hillary's in big trouble, by the way.
Yeah! Lion sack!
I heard the other day that the three of them are going to spend a lot of money on negative ads about me.
Throw her out!
So, I think, you can listen, you're fired. But I just heard it. They said they're going to spend, I love these rowdy crowds. Isn't it great? The spirit. The spirit. You know what? I'll tell you what. You know what's happening to Jeb's crowd, as you know, right down the street? They're sleeping. They're sleeping. But I saw that Jeb made a statement, and I wrote it down because I couldn't even believe it. We're talking about Iraq. Okay?
Oh, there we go.
Now we're in for $2 trillion. Thousands of lives. Thousands. Great people. Great people. Wounded warriors who are the best.
Yeah.
And Jeb made the statement about the possibility of going back into Iraq. He said, I give you the exact quote. The Iraqis want our help. We don't even know if there is an Iraq. Every time a bullet's fired, they run. They leave our Humvees, they drop the equipment.
They do.
The enemy has our best equipment.
That's
We have
true.
the old stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
So he said, the Iraqis want our help. Now listen to this. This is after all we've spent. They want to know that we have skin in the game. Can you believe it?
Oh my God.
After years of fighting, unsuccessfully because of the way we fight.
We should have never left.
I mean, can you believe skin in the game? And I thought that was incredibly dumb. The reason I talk about Jeb is, he was supposed to do well in New Hampshire. He's, going down like a rock. But how the hell does he do? How does he do well? Between Common Core, which he desperately wants, that means your children are going to be educated by the bureaucrats in Washington.
Yeah.
I think New Hampshire wants to educate their children locally. Do we agree with that? So our problem is...
That's it, huh?
What's that?
I said, isn't Jeb sticking to the bottom of what the slacking bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, my group. These are my people. I don't mind you to shut up. Be careful of your language because you're on about 7 live broadcasts tonight. We don't have victories. When was the last time we had a victory? we make this horrible deal with Iran, which is a disgrace. And by the way, could be one of the worst deals, depending on what ultimately happens. It could go down as one of the worst deals in history. And by the way, before I say, I believe more strongly in the military and military.
Yeah!
And in the recent big CNN poll that was just came out yesterday, they said in terms of the economy and jobs, Trump is forget it, so far ahead, many, many times ahead. And I was so happy to see in terms of security and ISIS, I was way ahead of everybody else. Because I think, we all know I'm going to do a good job. I'm taking the jobs back from China.
Yeah.
I'm taking the jobs back from China.
Yeah!
I'm taking the jobs back from Mexico. You know who's moving to Mexico?
Rebuild Detroit!
Who likes Oreos? Does anybody like Oreos? We all do. Nabisco is leaving Chicago, and they're moving a big plant to Mexico.
It's because of Rahm Emanuel, that's why.
I don't like Oreos anymore, okay? No, seriously, Nabisco. I mean, there's an American company. I went to the Wharton School of Finance. Like really smart people go to the Wharton School of Finance. I'm trying to figure out who was the person that said it's good for us to have our companies building plants in Mexico where they make cars and they sell them to us and other people, perhaps. How does that help us? And I actually gave them a great idea, and you probably heard this because I've used it a couple of times. We have the illegals drive the cars over the border, you save a fortune. Is that correct? No, you know how much Mexico is making from the United States? That's peanuts, the wall. And then they say, you can't build a wall. It's too big, it doesn't work. Well, 3,000 years ago, right? The Great Wall of China was built. We like to have that wall. That wall, nobody gets through. That I can tell you. And that's 13,000 miles. Right? And that was done between 2,000. It did take them 500 years in all fairness. Pretty long. They don't stop. That's why we need tough people to negotiate with the Chinese, because they don't stop. But the Great Wall of China was built 13,000 miles. Now, in Mexico, they were complaining it doesn't work. Now, they have these walls built, and they said, well, people go over these walls with a ladder. You know how tall the wall is? It's like this. And it's not a wall, it's a little fence. And people put up a ladder that they buy at Home Depot, and they go over the walls like this. And then they say, I'm talking about a wall. See that ceiling up there? Higher. I'm a great builder. What I do best in life, in all fairness, I build. Which is good, because your infrastructure in this country is crumbling. Isn't it nice to have a builder? A real builder. So, when I do transactions, I've made a lot of great deals. I don't sit down and say, well, let's say I'm going to mark down 14 points. First thing I'm going to do is call somebody. Next thing I'm going to do is get on an airplane. Next thing, it doesn't sort of work that way. You go in and you get it. Doral in Miami, everybody wanted it. I heard it might be available. I got on a plane, I went down, I scooped it up before anyone knew what the hell was going on. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm doing the policy positions, and I'm doing tax papers. I want to put H&R Block out of business because it's too complicated. Oh, it's too complicated. But when it comes to policy, I'm going to give you wonderful policy positions, but I just want to tell you, the great people, and this is including politicians, of which there are very few. There are very few. But because they're only good at one thing, and that's getting reelected. And that's really all they care about, if you ask me. But it's really true. Are there any politicians in the room? Because there are. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about everyone else.
I wanted to know if being president is so hard, why do you want to be president?
Oh, that might be the best question I get all night. Great question. So if being president is so hard, why do I want to be president? Because I love this country, and I know that I can make it great again. I know it. For you. And really for you, that's all fine. But we're not going to be so politically correct anymore. We are going to get things done. We are going to make this country special. And you know, I say sometimes that the American dream is dead, but we're going to make it bigger and better and stronger than ever before, and we're going to do that. And the bottom line is, we are going to make America great again, and I really love you people, and I really appreciate your support, and I want to thank you. Thank you very much.